Hello and welcome to the New York Immigration Coalition's Access and Navigation video series. My name is Kaya Groom. I am the Immigrant Services Support Events Associate at the NYIC, and I will be your host. This series is designed to help immigrant New Yorkers access and navigate our city's various resources and protections. Today, we will be discussing immigration scams and fraud, the ways you can avoid and protect yourself against scams and fraud, and how to report them. Thank you to the New York City Council and Department of Youth and Community Development for sponsoring this video. Immigration fraud is defined as immigration legal service related scams targeting vulnerable New Yorkers by providing unauthorized or fraudulent immigration legal services. Both attorneys and non-attorneys can commit immigration fraud. Examples of common scams and fraud targeting vulnerable immigrants include providers who claim to be attorneys or offer legal advice when they are not licensed by the Department of Justice, DOJ, to do so. This includes services offered by immigration assistance service providers, also known as notarios públicos, immigration brokers, immigration consultants, or accountants. Immigration assistance service providers are not accredited by the DOJ, and you should never pay for their services. Individuals who pretend to be ICE agents and promise to offer you special treatment or services in exchange for money, and if you do not pay, they threaten to detain or deport you. ICE agents cannot provide legal services. Individuals or businesses that promise immigrant work visas that they cannot provide in exchange for money. Individuals or businesses that promise to expedite the process of getting a green card or visa for an additional fee. Individuals who create and sell fraudulent Social Security cards, licenses, passports, and other documents. Individuals or businesses that offer immigration, legal, housing, and other services, but take your money and disappear without providing services. Phone and internet scammers posing as immigration legal service providers or government officials, and promises of easy ways to obtain green cards, ITINs, and other forms of legal status. Protecting yourself against scams and fraud when searching for immigration legal assistance is important. You can protect yourself against scams and fraud by only seeking advice from a lawyer or someone accredited by the U.S. Department of Justice, DOJ, or an organization recognized by the DOJ. Do not pay for services offered by immigration assistance service providers, also known as notarios públicos, immigration brokers, immigration consultants, or accountants. Many of these providers are not lawyers and are not accredited by the DOJ. Therefore, they cannot provide you with legal advice, and doing so is the unauthorized practice of law. You should always ask for proof of your lawyer's credentials to be sure that they are legitimate. To learn about your legal service provider's credentials, visit the link below and search their name. To learn more about services immigration assistance providers can offer, view the Immigration Services Fraud one-pager created by the New York District Attorney Letitia James at the link below. Do not work with people who pose as ICE agents. ICE agents cannot assist you with your immigration case, and anyone who claims to be an ICE agent offering immigration legal services is committing fraud. You should never pay for a job that offers to sponsor your visa. To learn more about work permits and visas, visit the USCIS website. It is not possible to expedite the visa or green card process. USCIS has no exceptions to the standard processing times, and no one can obtain these services faster than the usual process. Do not pay additional fees for promises of an expedited green card or visa process. Visit the USCIS website to learn more about processing times. You should only ever obtain government IDs such as Social Security cards, licenses, or passports from U.S. government agencies. Individuals and businesses cannot issue government IDs. If you are looking to get a government ID, make sure you are only visiting websites that end in .gov. Never make initial payments over the phone or online. Always save receipts of payments made. Fraudulent immigration legal service providers may try to take your money before providing services by requiring a down payment and will then disappear without providing the services. Always ask for a written agreement that outlines the services you will be provided and have the agreement signed by the legal service provider. You should always get written receipts that include the name and address of the provider. It is essential to save receipts in order to report fraud. It is important to be aware of fraudulent providers who make false claims. If a claim seems too good to be true, it most likely is. Legal service providers cannot guarantee the outcome of your case or offer easy ways to obtain green cards, ITINs, or other forms of legal status. If you feel unsure about the legal advice you have been given, you should seek a second opinion. To search for a legal service provider in New York City, visit the Immigration Advocates Network legal directory at the link below. You can also protect yourself against scams and fraud by never paying for government application forms. Government forms are free and can be downloaded online at uscis.gov/forms. If you make a payment to a lawyer, you should always ask for a receipt. Do not sign any blank or incomplete forms or forms that you do not understand, and do not provide original documents. Always give legal service providers copies of your documents and keep the originals for yourself. There is no reason for a lawyer to ever need an original document. You can also provide documents and forms in your native language and should never pay to have them translated. To learn more about how to protect yourself against immigration fraud, go to nyc.gov/immigrant fraud. If you have been a victim of immigration scams or fraud, it is crucial to report the fraud to authorities. To report immigration fraud and scams committed by immigration assistance service providers in New York City, call 311 and say Immigration Service Provider, or visit the New York City Department of Consumer and Worker Protection website at nyc.gov/DCA to file a complaint in your language. To file a complaint about an attorney, call 311 or visit the court website for the location where you met the attorney. You can also call Action NYC at 800-354-0365 to connect with city-funded, free and safe immigration legal help. You can also call the New York District Attorney Immigrant Affairs Unit at 212-335-3600 to report fraud, regardless of your immigration status. You do not have to give your name or immigration status to make a complaint. If you have been a victim of fraud, you can file a complaint regardless of your immigration status. Filing a fraud complaint will not negatively affect your immigration case or put you at risk of being targeted by ICE. If you have more questions about immigration scams and fraud, please visit these websites, which will also be listed in the description box below.
If you are in need of legal services, please contact Action NYC at 1-800-354-0365 or at their website. Or if you are based in New York State, please contact the Office of New Americans at 1-800-566-7636 or at their website. Both of these websites will be available in our description box below. If you would like to request a Know Your Rights workshop for your school or organization, please email kyr@nyic.org. Or you can visit nyic.org/kyr to view the resources available to you. There are several resources available in different languages, as you can see here. If you are interested in what services and events are happening near you, please refer to the NYIC New York City COVID-19 Resources and Services Guide. You can access the guide using the link shown here. The guide is updated weekly with the latest resources and services that are happening in education, employment, finances, food, healthcare, and small business fields.
Thank you for watching, and we hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions, please email events@nyic.org with any questions. To stay involved with the New York Immigration Coalition, please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and take care.